10 since, and this 7-0 run has happened in under a minute. Under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Ousmane. He's in some trouble. Swarmy defense, and now swinging the elbow.
No, you see, this is what's going to happen. This foul should have been called twice, and I don't think they'll need to review this. This should have been called twice. That's a foul. That's another foul. That's a third foul. And that's 3 fouls that were not called. So they'll go to the monitor, and even on the elbow, they're going to determine whether the defender violated the offensive player's cylinder. And I'll be disappointed if this is called a flagrant one on Ousmane.
Okay, the foul was on Jarrell Colbert, the common foul on number 20 for SMU, but probably a couple fouls late, Fran, as I agree with what you said.
Well,
right?
watch. Let's just watch it and take a look. That's a foul. There's another foul. There's a third foul. And what you can argue if you're Steve Watts is even though he threw the elbow, the defender, Cross in this case, violated his offensive space. You must give a player room to make a basketball play. Pivoting, moving, and to me this is going to be very simple. It should be just a common foul on SMU.
Well, you're absolutely right about the cylinder, because if you're right up on a guy and, you know, he does that, it's a defender foul.
It is.
But the only other thing, though, Fran, as you know, is that are your elbows out and swinging, or are they contained to your body?
That is true, but I'm just going to tell you, if this is called you cannot penalize Ousmane for 3 guys fouling him virtually the same time.
I agree.
So you got to use a little common sense here.
Yep. I know what you're saying. I hear exactly what you're saying. I agree. It just was a little late, and that's when things start to get out of hand, right? That's
it got out of hand after the first foul, Mike, not the third foul.
Yep. All right, so we'll get it sorted out here, and Adam Flory's going to come over and tell us what the story is. 31-26, Oklahoma State with a 5-point lead here at 5:44 to go in this first half. You're watching round 2 of the NIT. Winner moves on to the quarterfinals. Fran,
yeah, well, we got a cylinder foul, and then they're going to adjudicate it by penalizing Ousmane. And I understand he threw the elbow, but he was trying to ward off 3 defenders. I disagree with that call. Steve Watts disagrees with that call. That's common sense refereeing right here. Okay? And it's the middle of March, right? It's an NIT game. It's not. There's 3 fouls committed, and he did not purposely swing the elbow. He was trying to clear himself away from the second foul. And he's right. Ousmane is right. That is a bad call. I agree with Watts.
Well, he also just got called for the technical, so Ousmane with a technical foul, and it just makes matters worse.
Well, because that should be his third, correct? If it's a technical or it's a second, dead ball contact technical.
Yes, that's exactly what they call it. So
okay.
Dead ball contact technical.
I just think that's just not. You know me when it comes to officiating.
Yep.
I vehemently disagree with that call.
All right, so Ousmane, because it was after the play, it's why it's a dead ball contact technical, not a flagrant one, just for the purposes there.
Terminology, yeah.
Exactly.
Ball's wide, flagrant one, ball's dead ball contact.
Yeah, and it's 2 shots at the point of interruption, so basically it was SMU.
That's a game changer. Ousmane's going to have to sit the rest of the half.